Hi everyone, Janie here. Thanks for stopping by today. I truly appreciate you all so much. Today I have a project that I really hope you like, and if you do, it would mean so much to me if you would give this a thumbs up and share it. And also, I hope you consider subscribing if you haven't already, and if you do, I hope you click on that little bell next to the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you all so much, and now let's get started. Hi everyone, Janie here with some Christmas inspiration for you. As many of you know, I like to find alternative ways to use dies to get the most use out of them, like I did with this die set. And today I'm going to be using this die set to not only create tags, ornaments, and a card, but to also show you that it doesn't have to be a gentleman in a cup. So basically, he's a gingerbread man and can be without a hat or with a hat. And he also comes with a pipe and a monocle. So as you can see, there are a few options, but actually there are even more options, including one that isn't even Christmas related that I will show you later in the video. So this die set cuts out all of these little pieces that you piece together to create this cute little thing right here. And of course there is a pipe if you want to add a pipe, and actually that's pretty cute. And there is a monocle if you want that look, which kind of reminds me of the Monopoly guy. But for right now, I'm going to show you some cute options, and we're going to put together some cute projects. So I'm going to start off with what that die set was meant to make, which is this gingerbread man in a cup. And I didn't use the pipe or the monocle on this one, but that's always an option. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I did. So these hearts are open. So on the back, I added this little red strip. You could add any color you want. And behind the eyes, I added this black strip right there. And then for the eyes, I used this black liquid pearls. And let's see what else. Oh, I used a white jelly roll pen to color in his mustache and the little line on his hand there. And down here, those are actually embossed wavy lines right there, so it makes them easy to find. And I used a Stardust jelly roll pen to do that, and I also used Stardust jelly roll pen to do the stripes on the candy cane, which is also embossed on there, and to do the buckle right here. I don't know how well that'll focus, but to do the buckle up there on the hat. And so that's what I use those for. And then the little red berries right there were done with red stickles. And I have the gold sitting here because I used that on another one later, but you could also use that to do the buckle. And so those are all the things that I used to put this together. And you can put the head behind like I did so it looks like it's peeking out of the cup, or you can put it on the front so it's kind of over the cup. Totally up to you, but this is what it's supposed to look like. Now let me show you a variation on this. I made a snowman and I absolutely love it. I actually like the snowman better than I like the gingerbread man, but it's nice to have these options. And as you can see, I didn't put the candy cane in with the snowman. So, you know, you can use the candy cane or not the candy cane, just like with the pipe or the monocle or even the hat. Those are all options that you can use or not use. Now we're going to put these together on tags. I'd like to apologize in advance for the lighting issues that I'm having today. I'm sorry, but you know what? Sometimes things just can't be helped, and today is one of those days. So I'm going to be making some tags. And throughout this video, I'm also going to be sharing a couple tips now and then. And so one of those tips is, if you are using a paper that is truly more of a paper and not a cardstock, and you want to make a tag with it, then you can attach it to cardstock, which is what I did here. So this is cardstock. This is the paper on top of cardstock.
And let me grab it to show you what I did here. So this is it. I actually glued it onto the cardstock before die cutting it, and I used a spray adhesive to make sure it had full coverage, but you can always glue it on after the fact. And the paper that I am using, let me grab it right here. The paper that I'm using today is this Christmas paper from In Love Arts, and I'll have a link below in the description box to it. But this is a gorgeous paper pack, and you can see it comes with a large variety of papers. I'll just move that. This is one of my favorites, and I wish that it would show up good on here, but it actually looks like gems all over it or glitter. It's really pretty, but there is just a beautiful variety in here. I'm not going to really show you every page here. I'm just kind of flipping through here really quick. The lighting is not helping whatsoever, but it has so many in here. I'm looking forward to making some tags with these, just having that be the part that the tag is with nothing over the top of it. But that's what I'm using today. And so I've already put this on cardstock. This is not. And I'm just going to glue these on really quick. Okay, I think my glue bottle is almost empty, and I might have to get another one before we go any further. But there we go. See if I can get it to focus good. Get the lighting good on it maybe. It is just really pretty paper. I really like it. And so next I'm going to be putting these on here. And actually I think I'm going to poke the hole in the top. So got my hole punch here. I'm going to figure out approximately where the center is. You can always measure that. I don't always measure. Sometimes I just go for it. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I should have looked to see what is the top and what is the bottom, but you know what? It's okay. And that looks about right. Okay, so I've got the holes punched, and now I am going to be using some double-sided foam tape because I want to pop these guys up on there. And here they are. I just added some ribbon, and I love the dimension. And I also forgot to point out that on here I heat embossed Snow Friends, and on this one I stamped Merry Christmas. And you don't have to put anything there, but there's enough space there to do something like that, which is really cute. Or you can do to and from, but I like the to and from on the back. And now let's move on to another project. Okay, so for this project I'm making a card, and I'm sharing another tip with you. Now, a lot of you know from watching my videos that I don't like to waste anything, especially this beautiful glitter cardstock from close to my heart. And so what I do is I cut out the center of it that no one is going to see, and then I put the top layer over the top of that. I'm going to show you a different way to do that today. It's the same thing but different, and I'm using more of that beautiful paper. This is so fun. I love it. And so what I've done is I've used this die to cut out that piece. Okay, and this is a nice stitch die. Don't know where I got it. Sorry, I have a whole bunch of dies. But anyways, I used it to cut that out. Now I'm going to use that exact same die to cut out the center of this. And you're thinking, well, how is that going to work? Well, you're going to have to trust me that this is going to work. What I have to trust is that my die is not going to move because it's kind of tweaked for some weird reason. But we're going to say that that looks good. And I'm just going to put that through my Cuddle Bug here. And I'm just going to crank it back through. Actually, no, I'm going to try to reach around it here. Sometimes on camera it's easier to just crank it back through. Okay, so now we have this and we have this. I'll be using this later. So what I'm going to do is adhere this to the front of the card, and then this is going to fit exactly in the center of it. Look at that. It is a perfect fit, and you didn't waste anything. You have this whole other piece you can do something with, and that way you're not trying to figure out how to measure from side to side to, cut out this piece, because sometimes it's hard to do unless you're doing it with a die, I guess. But this way it matches perfectly. Okay, let's move on to making this card. I've got that all glued on, and now I'm going to take this stitched oval of silver glitter cardstock, and I'm going to be putting that on the card. And you could pop this up if you wanted to, but because I am going to be popping up the snowman in the cup, I just didn't want to add way too much dimension to put this in the mail. So I'm just going to put this right over here like so. Get it right where I want it. Okay. And then look at this. I did this all with glitter cardstock from Close to My Heart. Isn't that just gorgeous? And I added the pipe and the candy cane, and I used the stickles to do the candy cane this time. So all of the details were done with stickles because I didn't think the glitter gel pen would work really well on here. But isn't that just adorable? So I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the others. Let me grab my double-sided tape here, and I'm just going to cut off some pieces and do this. But I really love the snowman. I know that, this is supposed to be a gingerbread man, but I just think that the snowman is super cute. And actually, I would love to know down in the comments, what is your favorite, the snowman or the gingerbread man? Or do you really like both and are so happy that both can be done with this set? Okay, because I would really like to know, but I'm a snowman girl. So I'm also Close to My Heart glitter paper girl as well. You see me use that a lot. I absolutely love it. Okay, so let me get this centered on here where I want it. Yeah, I'm going to get that centered. Looks like the candy cane will go off the side a little bit, which is just fine. So we have that. So see, you can make little card toppers with these. Okay, isn't that great? So, you don't have to just do tags. You can do card toppers. And I've got Winter Joy that I actually cut out and layered. So I cut it out twice with the silver and the red, and just layered it on top of each other. And those are from this Sizzix die set, which if I can find a link to it, I will put a link below in the description box. But right now, I'm going to be using my Zig two-way pen. Actually, hold on, I got another one. That one was almost empty. All of my glue stuff is almost empty. I really use my adhesives a lot, obviously. I craft a lot. And this is a new one, so see if I can get it to come out. There we go. Okay. So you may have other adhesives that you'd like to use to do this, but I like this. I have a Xyron, and I could also use my Xyron, but sometimes I have to, pick out the excess, excess adhesive that comes with it. And so there are times I just don't want to do that. And don't get me wrong, I love, love, love my Xyron. I have done reviews and videos with it. But that's probably one of the things that I don't like about it. Oh, I don't really want to cover up the cupcake. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Does it matter? It doesn't matter. I'm going to put it right there. And there we go. We have just made a card so quick and easy, and using that sweet die set to make a snowman. Okay, so you remember this piece that we cut out when making the card, and I said we were going to use it? Well, we're going to use it right now, and we're going to cut out a couple of these cups. So just going to put it right on there, because guess what? I'm going to show you another tip or trick here. And so we're going to start off by cutting just one. And I'm just going to crank that right through. Well, maybe I'm going to crank it right through. Okay, crank it right through there and back. And actually, you're going to get two tips in one here. So, I love these. You can't even see them. They're the little tiny hearts. I don't think it's going to focus at all. But anyways, those are the little tiny hearts. And I actually save them. So let me get this open here. Because if I save enough of them, they will make great little shaker bits or something. Oh, come here, you little piece. Get in there. Stuck in my fingernail now. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll deal with those later, but I'll show you that usually what I do is get my little poker here and just poke them out into this little holder for them so that I can use them later. Okay, I'm going to deal with that here in a minute instead of having you watch me attempt to get those off from here. But we have to do this again. So let me pop this out because I'm going to need this die to cut the second one. So here's our first cup. But here's the deal. I'm going to be putting them back to back. So I have to turn this over and cut out the next cup going in the other direction. Now, you don't have to turn it upside down like I just did, but you are going to have to cut it out of the back side so that they will match up. So that is what we are going to do. Whoops. There we go. And put this thing back through. And now we have 2 cups. And I will just pop these things out really quick before we move on because I don't want to waste them. I am just, kind of weird that way. So let's get these little hearts popped out. And then, whoops, that one went flying. Okay. Then I'm going to show you that they will work perfectly. Where'd we go? Back to back. Okay, once they're glued together, they will be perfect. Now, that is something important. If you're ever going to do anything like this, remember to cut one on one side of the paper, flip it over, and cut the other one on the other side. Okay, so I have all of my pieces cut out that I'm going to be using, and even my candy canes are double-sided, and these are not double-sided, and these are not, but they were cut out opposite so that they do match up when the cups go together. So what we have to do right now is put something behind those open hearts, and I have some glitter cardstock, and excuse my dog barking in the background. So I'm going to be gluing that on, and let me show you how I'm going to do that. I am just going to take some glue, and I'm just going to put it right above the hearts and right below the hearts. If I was using my Zig two-way, I'd put it all over it, but when using glitter cardstock, because of the texture, I prefer to use something like my Beacon 3-in-1. And so I'm just going to put it across there, and then when that's dry, I'm going to trim off the ends. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And we're just going to put a little bit of glue right across there and right across the bottom. Oops, get on there. Okay, and again with the glitter part facing forward, I'm just going to put that right across there like that. And then we're going to trim off those ends. So we're just going to trim it off like so. And trim it off like so. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing to this one. And then we are going to start putting this together. And you're like, well, what is this that you're making? I'm making an ornament. So we have done tags, we have done a card, and now we are going to do an ornament. And I'm going to have to figure out the placement of those candy canes, but first I'm going to put this on the top. Now, let me point this out. You don't have to do that. You can leave the cup the way it is. And what this can be is, it could be whipped cream overflowing, it can be eggnog overflowing, or you can do it in other colors that could be, like coffee or hot chocolate or something overflowing, but it's just really cute. So I like it. I did white. On another one that I did, I actually inked the edges, but I'm not inking the edges on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it pure white and get that put right on there like so. And then I'm going to do the other one. And actually, you know what? I'm taking this off from there. There is a front and a back, trust me. And this one is a front and this one is a front. And I need to pay attention to that because I was too busy talking to pay attention. Okay, so I've got that on there. This is a back and a back. And you're going to say, well, how do you know the difference? It's because when you cut out something with a die, it has a rounded edge that points down. And when you have to cut it out backwards, you don't have that rounded edge. So to make sure that these are in the same place, I'm going to put them back to back right now, like so. Make sure everything is lined up so that I can make sure that this is also lined up. That way you're not seeing part of one hanging off and on one end and part of another one hanging off on the other end. Okay, so we've got that done. Now they're going to glue together. There we go. Okay, so now I just have to decide how I want the candy canes in here. Slide this all together. And that's another thing with Beacon 3-in-1. I have plenty of wiggle room to slide everything into place and make sure that everything is connected just right. And that's something that you can't do with a lot of glues, but it's what you can do with Beacon. It's just, and it rubs off your fingers. You guys see me do this a lot. It's because I'm just rubbing the glue off my fingers, and I get excess glue leaking out. So, okay, so we've got that done, and now I'm just going to put these little guys on. And where do I want? I did 4 of them because I was going to do them right here by the handles and do more than one. But you know what? I'm thinking I'm just going to do 1. So I guess I just have excess, and that's okay. All right. And put it right there. Maybe I should put it up here. Maybe instead of by the handle, maybe I should just stick it up here on the white. Oh yeah, I think I'll do that. Or maybe I'll do it there and do one down here. Holy cow. It's always so fun to craft because, it's a process. You can change your mind or see new ways of doing things. And the only reason I was hesitating here was because the red berries kind of blended in with the red cup. But that's okay. So I'll just turn this around and do the same thing. So what are you guys thinking about this so far? I mean, this is a really cool die set that has so many possibilities. We've got Gingerbread Man, we have a Snowman. There's all those different little pieces that you can add to them, you know, if you wanted to do, you know, like I said, the hat, the pipe, the monocle, however you want to do it. So there are so many possibilities with that. And now you're seeing that, you know, you can use it without those. And you're going to be seeing another one here in a little while where it has nothing to do with Christmas at all. But so many possibilities. And so with this one, my plan was, or is to, whoops, slide the ribbon through the handle and kind of create a little hanger that way. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure I like that. And I might have to put a little hanger somewhere else. See how that works? You know, you have plans, you have it in your head, and then you go, oh, that's not working out quite the way I planned. So this can go on the front of a card, this can go on a tag, or I'm going to find exactly how I want to hang it. Maybe I'll just hang it through this candy cane. What do you guys think of that? Okay, we have options. And you will see before this video is over with what I decide to do with it. Okay, I decided on an ornament. There you go. All right, now let's make another ornament. And what I've done is I've cut 2 ovals back to back so that we can glue them together. And I made another cute little snowman, and again I'm using nothing but glitter cardstock from Close to My Heart on these. I just think it looks really elegant. So let me glue this together, and I'm going to put him on with the double-sided foam tape and add a ribbon, and we will have an adorable ornament. I am done. There is another ornament. So, what do you think of those? Aren't they just adorable? I love them. And here it is. How about a Valentine? You can put this on top of a tag or a card or however you want to use it. I didn't do the back, but you can double-side it just like I did that ornament. So right now it's single-sided, but look at that. I just die cut some hearts and stuck them in there. I didn't put that foam on there. I just did a die cut love and put that on there. But oh my gosh, can you see that there are so many possibilities with this die set, way beyond the Gingerbread Man and way beyond Christmas.
Those are just a few ways you can use that Gentleman in a Cup die set, and just a few project ideas to give you some inspiration. If you're interested in any of the products that I used, please use the links below in the description box, as well as the 25% off discount code to In Love Arts should you decide to shop there. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye. If you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, I hope you consider that too. And if you do, be sure to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos or giveaways. And I hope you stop by Crafters Castle on Facebook and also Crafters Castle Challenge blog to enter your creations.